Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsyreplays. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to be talking about platooning, how to platoon, who you should platoon with, and of course, what tanks you should platoon with as well. Now, all of those, there is no answer really, like who you platoon with. Now, they could be the best players in the game, and you platoon with them and you don't do well because you don't gel with them. You know, there is some, it's just like football teams. There's some really good players that don't gel with each other and it makes the team look absolutely shit. It's the same with platooning. It really is. You could have two of the best players in the game, but when they platoon together, it just doesn't go well, and majority of that is because they play their own game. And that's my first bit of advice. If you are platooning, don't go and play your own game. Like, don't join a platoon, join a battle, and then do what the hell you want to do. You have to play as part of a team, and that is the whole point of platooning, to get that advantage. You know, if you've got two good players platooning, or just say two average players platooning but working together against two very, very good platoons not working together, then the average players are more likely to actually win the game. And I've seen this a lot, you know. If you're platooning, yes, sometimes when it comes to tanks, you do have to look at your tanks and try to figure out a way, you know, because I'm not saying if you're in a medium, your platoon mate shouldn't be in a heavy, or, you know, it all depends on, I don't know, it all depends on what tanks you choose as well. So this game here, I mean, they work very well together. Now, unfortunately, the medium tank is actually missing quite a few shots, but, you know, they're still working well together. They're focus firing. They're going for the same targets, and that's what you need to do as part of a platoon. You need to hit point share, focus fire, and just, you know, go for the same target in general, and then it becomes a lot easier. Now, we're going to see that because they're going to have no choice to do that, because at the moment it is a 3 versus 5. The Object 268 version 4 down there, he is all on his own. Now, these two, there's no need for them to move at the minute. They're getting shots in. I mean, the Sheridan, look, I mean, he's got plenty of shots. There's no reason for him to move. Even from distance, he's still helping his team. Not just saying he's helping his teammate, but he's still helping his team. So what you're going to see here is they are going to work together. It's a 2 versus 5, but they're not going to work side by side. And that's what I mean. You don't have to work together side by side. The Leopard's one side of the map pretty much, and the Sheridan is the other side. But they both got targets, and they both got the same shot targets. Now, unfortunately, the Leopard is very low hit points, so they're going to have to do something to pull this out of the bag. And of course, the Sheridan doesn't have much armor, and he's going to have to be very careful, especially against 4 heavy tanks. Now, when it comes to tank choices, what I would normally recommend is you do run the same, either the same tank or the same type of tank. Now, it doesn't have to be. So if you're running a medium, of course, your teammate, platoon mate can run a medium, or he can run a light tank. They're both very, very similar. But also, if you're running a light tank, then your platoon mate could potentially take a tank destroyer, because you could do the spotting whilst he does the shooting. So that also works. The same as 2 heavy tanks. 2 heavy tanks also work really, really well together. It's when it starts to become a medium and a heavy tank. It depends what heavy tank. If you're in an E100 that's quite slow and your platoon mate is in a Sheridan, then yeah, of course that doesn't go well. However, if you're in a medium and your platoon mate picks something like an AMX 50B, that could still work well because it has that speed, then yeah, of course you can run that. So there's no right or wrong when it comes to tank choices, but you just need to think about, are you playing your own game, or are you playing to have a bit of fun with your platoon mate? And of course, at the moment, it doesn't really work that well, because everyone is platooning really just to get those kills. And once they've got the kills, once they've got 2 kills each and they're very low hit points, usually they will go hiding because they want that medal. So that is the negative down to the clan events. However, the clan event is very good to have. It really is. It's good for the game. However, you just have to bear in mind that platoons are not out there to do damage at the moment. They're out there to get kills, and if they've got 2 kills each and they're very low hit points, they will go and hide. You know, they will go and hide. Bear that in mind. However, when the event's not on, they don't really care about kills as much. It is all about damage. And again, if you work well together, you can pick up so much damage. If you run double tanks as well, I mean, if you run 2 AMX 50Bs, it can be brutal. If you run 2 Progettos or 2 TVPs or any auto loader or any auto reloader, honestly, that can also be brutal. But my one big advice, not really when it comes to tanks, I can recommend when it comes to sort of tank types, which works well, but the only really sort of one thing I would recommend when it comes to platooning is work with your platoon. If you're going to work on your own, what is the point platooning? Like, if you're just going to join the game and go right while your platoon mate goes left and you're not talking, then what is the point? And also, another bit of advice is Discord. You know, speak to them. Tell them who you're going for. Tell them where you're going, who you're going for. And that really does help. And honestly, platooning the right way will make your win rate go up. Honestly, I'm not just saying it. 100%, doesn't matter what your win rate is. If you're in a platoon with someone and you do it properly, your win rate will increase. I'm not sure about your damage, because obviously you're sharing the damage as such, or you should be sharing the damage as such, but your win rate will definitely increase. Now, that game, a 2 versus 5, was absolutely remarkable, and it paid off at the end. You know, yes, his platoon mate sadly didn't survive. However, they still got the medal to help towards the clan event. So very, very good platooning. It's something I don't do regularly enough because I just don't have the time, but when I end up quitting the game, or when I end up quitting YouTube, it is something I'm definitely going to do a lot more of, because I have been platooning with people I haven't platooned with for so long. I mean, just before making this video, I platooned with Amunet. Yesterday I platooned with Amunet, like an old-time friend that I haven't platooned with for ages, and it was fun, and I definitely need to do more of it. So let me know, do you platoon in World of Tanks Blitz? Let me know in the comments below. But for now, hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm meadsy69. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.